In this video, we are going to talk about 15 life hacks you never knew you needed. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Are you looking for some incredible life hacks? You can utilize these 50 popular life tips that we've gathered from all around the web after conducting extensive research. Some are more useful than others, a few are a little ridiculous, and more than a few are simply brilliant. Here are some examples. The time and effort saved by using these minor tactics, modifications, and recommendations is immeasurable. It would be a waste not to take advantage of them. But, before we get started, what exactly are life hacks? Life hacks are clever tips, techniques, or shortcuts that make minor tasks easier to complete. They are also known as productivity hacks. Also known as improvised solutions, these are innovative approaches to common situations. A true life hack is straightforward. Let's have a look at some examples. Here are the 15 life hacks you never knew you needed. So let's start. Number 15. Sometimes changing your pillowcase daily can help with acne. I use a clean t-shirt over my pillow to accomplish the same thing. Wash your sheets with unscented or sensitive detergent too. The perfumes in regular detergent are sometimes an irritant to the delicate skin on your face. Number 14. If there's a jar or container you can't open, run the lid under hot water for 30 seconds. Dry it so you can get a good grip, then open it. I've never had this not work. Number 13. If you sit for several hours a day, find a simple routine to stretch out your hips and chest. It's an absolute game changer for people who suffer from chronic lower back pain as a result of being hunched over a desk. Here are a few to start. A 12-minute foundational routine, a 14-minute WFH office break routine, above, and a 23-minute routine focused on your hips and lower back. Number 12. If you put something down temporarily, say it out loud. I've put my phone on the dresser. This engages many more areas of the brain, particularly the language centers, which creates a richer memory and makes it less likely you'll forget where you put it. I'll also say it out loud when I turn off stove burners, blow out a candle, or unplug my hair straightener. I've found this helps me eliminate those moments where I leave the house or am in bed and I'm suddenly like, did I leave that on? Number 11. Store natural peanut butter upside down so it won't separate as much. It will bring the oil to the top and make it a lot easier to mix. Number 10. Program frequently used words to autofill on your phone. Instead of using the spacious layout of a PC keyboard, it might be extremely unpleasant to text on the little keyboard of your smartphone. By generating custom text replacement shortcuts for words that you use frequently, you can save time. In the case of frequently typing your entire name out to fill out forms, set up your initials to automatically adjust themselves to your name. Try it for usernames, email addresses, and addresses, as well as basic phrases such as, leaving now, or, will be there shortly, among others. Number 9. Pasta lighter. For the next colder months, we're sure you're stocking up on sweet-smelling candles to make your home even cozier than usual. Nonetheless, even if your candles are burning too low to reach the wick, there's no reason to forego your favorite aroma altogether. Rather than burning your fingertips, ignite a piece of uncooked spaghetti instead of burning your fingers. Eventually, it will reach into those deep flames and burn for long enough to light the candles on Grandpa's birthday cake. Everyone appreciates saving money, and this is especially true when it comes to home improvement projects. Number 8. Cool a warm soda in 3 minutes. Consider the scenario in which you went to the fridge to get a LaCroix only to discover that no one had refilled the shelves. The canned goods in the pantry aren't cold, and putting one in the refrigerator right now will take an eternity to cool. Put your drink in a huge pot and cover it with ice to get an ice-cold can in only a couple of minutes. Put some salt in a large pot and fill it halfway with water. Stir until the salt is dissolved and the water is clear. Your canned beverage will appear to be magically chilled. Another option is to use a cup of ice instead of the aluminum can if you don't require the portability. Number 7. Use a hairdryer to get rid of water rings. So you've made the mistake of not using a coaster once, or several times, and now your beautiful coffee table is covered with white water rings from the bottom of your drink. Fortunately, with a hairdryer, you can completely eliminate them. Reduce the heat setting to a low setting and continue to blast the spots until they begin to fade. When they're gone, apply a small amount of olive oil to the affected area to recondition the wood. Number 6. Boil salt water to get rid of burn marks. The good news is that you prepared a sumptuous meal for yourself. The bad news is that your pan now has burn marks on it. Instead of condemning yourself to a lifetime of arduous scrubbing, try this Martha Stewart-approved technique. Fill the pot or pan halfway with cold water and 2 to 3 tablespoons of salt, and set it alone overnight to absorb the flavors. The following day, bring the water to a boil, drain it, and give it one final wash with soap. Number 5. Color code your keys. You can color code your keys to make it easier to remember which one is which if you are having difficulties remembering which key is which. You don't need any specialized supplies, simply apply nail polish. Simply dab a dot of color on the key's head to complete the look. Do not paint any portion of the key that will make direct or indirect contact with the lock. You don't want your nail polish to rub off on the interior of your locks. If you have difficulties distinguishing between keys in the dark, consider using a glow-in-the-dark paint. Number 4. Remove highlighter stains. Have you ever wished you could get highlighter markings out of a book? Lemon juice lightens the appearance of highlighter to the point where it is nearly unnoticeable. Cut a lemon in half and squeeze the juice out onto a cotton swab to make a paste. While rubbing the swab over the selected word, notice how the color fades away. Lemon juice from a squeeze bottle appears to work as well as freshly squeezed lemon juice. Although not nearly as well on the items we tested, the mark is still difficult to erase, and the older the mark, the more difficult it is to remove. Number 3. Chill wine without watering it down. Wine needs to be chilled from time to time, and melting ice cubes should never be allowed to dilute your beverage. Invest in some reusable plastic ice cubes for a more environmentally friendly approach. Plastic cubes, in contrast to regular cubes, will not melt. These brightly colored ones from Kickerland are actually filled with water. Consider these stainless steel wine pearls from Uncommon Goods, which are packed with food-grade freeze gel and are available for purchase online. Number 2. Use this trick to tell if your eggs have gone bad. Place the egg in a dish of cool water for a few minutes to see if it has gone bad. If it tips over onto its side, that's entirely normal. If it dips to the bottom and stands on its smaller end, it is still edible, but it won't be for very long after that point. It's also dangerous to let it float. What is the procedure for doing this? Fresher eggs have less air under their shells, which is why they sink to the bottom of the egg carton when they are older. Number 1. Exercise between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. While your physical performance is at its optimum during this period, your risk of injury is at its lowest, and your muscle strength, lung capacity, and hand-eye coordination are all at their best and most efficient, putting you in peak training mode. Furthermore, if you exercise at around the same time every day, you will establish a routine that will be more difficult to break when you are feeling less inspired. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.